All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. So, today, I actually came across on IG from the End Time Headlines page, and it was revolving around the subject of a town in Ontario, Canada, which it says, I read this article from Daily Mail, but it says a remote tiny town is fined huge sum for refusing to celebrate, the so-called Pride Month or hang the flag. All right, so I came across it, so I looked up some articles on it, and the fine was actually, I believe, in total it was $10,000. I believe it said, but just the fact that they fined them, period, because they want to do a acknowledge, celebrate Pride Month. Pride Month is for the moles. That community where there's same people that do the things that you're not supposed to be doing. Basically, a sinful act. All right, they got fined like $10,000 because they didn't want to celebrate Pride Month, man. Now what's up with that? What is up with that? And I got some scripture, got a couple scriptures to no one to be edifying, but like this go to show how folly is set in great dignity, and that we have the wicked ruling over us, man. And mind you, this is in Canada, so that's Edomites. And it's a small town. It says a remote, tiny town. So this small town, y'all tripping over because they didn't want to celebrate Pride Month. So this from Daily Mail from November 30th, which what's that, today? No, that's yesterday. I don't know if you can see it. All right, so let's dig in. So it says a remote Canadian town was fined thousands of dollars after it refused to celebrate Pride Month and didn't hang up a flag. It says the town of Emo in Ontario was fined $10,000, and its mayor, Harold McQuaker, was also penalized $5,000 on November 20th after a local pride group sued the community of 1,300 for not recognizing Pride Month. Now, isn't that kind of like forcing impeding on your beliefs on someone else, just because they don't want to celebrate it, they get fined? Yo, tell me that's not tell me that's not an unrighteous decree, man. You get fined for going against an immoral act. And mind you, let's say it's not an immoral act. Let's just say it's regular. If somebody doesn't want to celebrate it, why do they get fined? Why do you fine them? Because they got sued? That's because they try to push this agenda, man, to make it to get the world to think that this is a protected act and that this is cool, and anybody comes against it just feel wrong. It says McQuaker and two town councilors will also be required to complete mandatory human rights training within 30 days, according to the National Post. It says they also have to show proof of their training to Borderland Pride, which filed the discrimination complaint in the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario. So this little group, this little town gets fined because this group felt some type of way because they didn't want to celebrate their shit, man. That's why this place gotta go, man. This is the reason why Esau Kingdom gotta go. This is why Esau gotta be taken out of rulership, man. Because it's the elites pushing this shit, man. Folly set in great dignity, man. This shit is called Pride Month, for crying out loud. And the Lord said he hates pride. But anyway, continuing on, it says the discrimination complaint was filed after the mayor said during a recorded meeting in May 2020, there's no it says McQuaker replied, oh, excuse me, no, I'm sorry. It says the discrimination complaint was filed after the mayor said during a recorded meeting in May 2020, which is a couple months after the CV-19 started, there's no flag being flown for the other side of the coin. So I guess he's talking about the regular hetero whatever. And it says Councilman Lincoln Dunn questioned the mayor during the meeting discussion if the town should formally recognize Pride Month and fly a pride flag, asking, it says, sorry, Harold, what's the other side of the coin? And it says McQuaker replied after a long silence, There's no flags being flown for the straight people, according to the TB Newswatch. It said the mayor said Emo is a good Christian community and that he took in the thoughts of everyone in the area when he made his vote, according to the outlet. It said the mayor and councilman Harold Bovin and Warren Tolles voted no, while Lincoln and councilwoman Lori Ann Shortreed voted yes to pronouncing June as Pride Month in Emo. So, of course, the women. And it says, it's a tough situation. We most certainly in the community have nothing against anybody who lives here or what their thoughts are. Democracy is made up of all different people and the majority rules, he said at the time. It says sometimes decisions don't suit all the people. Moving forward, I personally and as mayor of Emo, I have nothing against the alphabet community lifestyles. I've always believed in the majority rules in a democracy. We have 3 flags. We have our Canadian flag, our provincial flag, and our municipal flag, and I'm proud of all 3 of them. It says Borderland Pride Director Douglas Judson said asking towns to pass such legislation is a formality nowadays. It says larger areas like Toronto and Hamilton symbolic proclamations are standard according to the Post. It said Judson, who is an attorney, said he will continue to sue organizations and others until people stop attacking the alphabet community. It says, as a lawyer who does this work, that means I'm going to start taking people's houses and their vehicles and their toys and draining their bank accounts and garnishing their wages because no one is going to stop behaving this way until there are real consequences, he told the Gall media. So this is all because of the alphabet community, man. And he said, this dude said he's going to take people's cars, homes, toys. This is what they're saying because they don't want to celebrate Pride Month, man. Now, you mean to tell me that that's fair and that's righteous? I thought you believe what you want to believe, but why does this specific community always get all the red carpet laid out for them, man? And you have to speak all good about them, and you can't go against it, man. Because why? Because this act and this behavior goes against who? The Heavenly Father, man. The Heavenly Father is against Mo activity, man. He's against the same sex dealing with each other, man. The Heavenly Father, YAHAWAH, who these devils are against, man. That's the proof that these Edomites, these so-called white people and the people in power hate the Heavenly Father, man, and his son, and his people, and his laws, his commandments. Because here it is, you're finding someone for going against the very sin that the Lord said is a penalty of death. And you're saying that they have to acknowledge it or get sued or get fined. Hold up. What it said? And it's the guy right here. This sucker right here. And he said, as a lawyer who does this work, that means I'm going to start taking people's houses and their vehicles and their toys and draining their bank accounts and garnishing their wages because no one is going to stop behaving this. No one's going to stop behaving this way until there are real consequences, he told Doug Media. Just because he didn't want to celebrate Pride Month, man? You want to start draining people's bank accounts? That's what this dude said because this little ass town, it says of 1,300 people, Emo, Toronto, Canada, said they don't want to acknowledge Pride Month or hang the flag. And now you're trying to throw them through the ringer. And says the dispute began in 2020 when Borderland Pride sent a written request to Emo asking them to properly proclaim June as Pride Month to show community support and belonging for the alphabet community to individuals. But if you're comfortable with why do you need everyone to accept you, man? Here it is. They teach you, people, you can believe what you want. It's a free country and all that, but that you're pushing so hard for people to have to fuck with this shit, man. It's fucking Mo-ass behavior, man. It says, the organization asked the town to email us a copy of your proclamation or resolution once adopted and signed. Emo said it only received 4 requests, two from Borderline Pride, and a 12-month period asking for a declaration or the flag to be displayed. Emo also does not have an official pole to hang a flag outside of the one that holds the Canadian flag in front of the municipal office, according to the Post. Despite that, the May 2020 meeting took place where McQuaker made his remarks, which the tribunal vice chair Karen Dawson wrote in her decision. I find this remark was demeaning and disparaging of the Alphabet 2 community, of which Borderline Pride is a member, and therefore constituted discrimination under the code. It says London, Ontario, and Hamilton are also towns that were sanctioned for refusing to adopt proclamations in support of their local pride organizations, according to the Borderland Pride. It says former Hamilton Mayor Bob Morrow was fined $5,000 in 1995 for not acknowledging Mo Pride Week, and London was fined $10,000 for not recognizing a Pride weekend. This is Edomite places. But you know they got their whole Christian whatever they because they know people know that this is wrong, man, and that's how you notice the devil, because he's pushing so hard to get people to be forced to have to deal with this shit, man, and to have to accept this behavior and accept this community, man. It says Borderland Pride said it will give 1/3 of the $15,000 owed to them to the Emo Public Library, but only if the establishment hosted a oh my gosh. Yo. But only if the establishment hosted, or it says rags, it matches with rags, put a D in front of the rag. It says storytime event on a day of our choosing. So here they calling the shots? It says Borderline Pride has also won other discrimination cases, including $35,000 from a small claims court judgment against a Fort Francis man who wrote the organization's that show, Rag Show, was a pedo show on Facebook in August. And that's the end of the article. So you see that, man? Here it is. They gotta get fined. And they said that the money they're gonna give. They said the money they're gonna give to the library in Emo, and the library has to have the show of Rags where the reading. So they're gonna have these transmissions, all these weirdos reading amongst books amongst kids. And if they do that, they get $15,000. You know the library gonna take a fuck of this money. You know the library gonna take, but at what cost? See, it's like you have to give up your integrity for these fucking moles, man. And remember, the Lord said even though this talk about America, but all in all, Esau is vying is at Sodom, man. They push and you know that it's truly a fucking Satan's ruling in the midst and the spirit of these devils, because here it is, that's a sin worthy of death, right? And here it is, there's other things that they don't put, that they don't push a man that wants multiple women, they don't accept that. That's disgusting. But yeah, everybody has to accept this Moash shit. Everybody has to accept the transmissions. You can't speak nothing. You can't even say you're not even for. It's not even speaking against it. You can't even say you disagree with it. And then that means that they're scared, but you can't even think it. You have to keep it in your thoughts. But yet these motherfuckers can run all around prideful as hell. And speaking of that, let's get some scriptures. Oh, I'm in Isaiah, huh? So, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1, and it reads, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievances which they have prescribed. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, man. Because you're saying that now they got to get fined because they don't want to celebrate Pride Month? And then the Lord said one of the things he hates is what did the Lord say he hates? A proud look? I'm actually get that. And they called it Pride Month, man. And it's ironically the 6th month of the year. And everybody, you just have to accept it. You can't speak out against it at all. You see what happened to Tim Hardaway. You see what happened to Genuine when he said he would never kiss a transmission. He got thrown in the ring. Anybody that speaks out against that community gets thrown under the ringer, man. Oh, you're a bad person. You're this, you're that. When somebody could just say they disagree with it, they don't agree with that behavior. And they don't condone it. You have to accept your child if they want to be a transmission or a Mo. You have to accept it. And you can't not accept it or you're a bad person. Matter of fact, let's see what that's saying in the NLT. Oh, this is actually a little better. That's actually better. This is NLT, Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1, and it says, "What sorrow awaits the unjust judges?" The unjust judges. Now, this was taken to court because they were sued. So the judge granted, or whatever, judge granted them to be, they have to pay a fine because they didn't want to acknowledge the Pride Month, right? And it says, and those who issue unfair laws. Now, who issues unfair laws? Esau, Edom, man. Now, probably the other nations too. But who's ruling overall in totality on the earth? Who has the fatness of the earth? Who has the actual last say on everything, man? It's Esau, Edom, man. He's the one pushing this agenda. He's the one pushing the pride. Because why? It's against the Heavenly Father and hit what he wants and what he ordained as righteousness, man. That's why we know that. That's how you know they're the wicked. Only a wicked person is going to go against the righteous, man. And it says, verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fathers. Now, what happens even in this Esau system, man? The fatherless, the widows, they kill the men, or to take the men out the household to where just the women and the children, and then they put their fucking bullshit in the household, in the mother's mind, in the children's mind, with the bullshit on the TV, on the internet, social media. And we go into the NLT of that verse 2. It says, they deprive the poor of justice and deny the rights of the needy among my people. And who is this people? The Israelites. That is said in plenty of scriptures, even in the book of Isaiah. It talks about the Lord chosen people being the nation of Israel, the children of Jacob. And it says they prey on widows and take advantage of orphans, man. See, they prey on widows, man. Now, granted, you might not have a mother who a parent or the father that might got to kill, like put back in the spirit world. But what? They take the father out the household, and then they say, "Oh, here, take this welfare, take this WIC, take this Section 8." And if you don't, and if you just found a man in your house, you get all of it taken away. You get all the remedies, all of the perks taken away from being a single mother, child support, welfare. This is what the Lord was talking about, unrighteous decrees. You can't have a man, you can't have the father of your children in the house and apply for system help, even if the father's not even making enough money to support. I don't know if it's every state in America, but I know in the state I live in, New Jersey, that if a female, I don't know if it's still the case, but if a female, I remember it used to be, if a female applied for welfare, the father, whoever the father is on a birth certificate or whatever, gets automatically put on child support. I believe it's welfare. So that's bullshit in itself. Where here it is, this devils don't pay, these jobs don't pay enough. So what happens? The father has to leave. The mother gets put on assistance, get government assistance, and basically get fucking supported by the government. Your master, Esau. The fucking elites. State governments. And now what's going to happen now? These things are going to slowly but surely start to get taken away unless you get what? That MOTB. Governmental assistance, Section 8, WIC, all the food stamps and all that, Social Security, disability. But you can't, but they don't give you enough to get over the hump. They give you enough just to have to function, just to function. But over here in Canada, they said they had to get fined. They got fined because they didn't want to celebrate Pride Month and they didn't want to hang up the flag. They get fined $10,000. Well, that's what the Lord said. What? Woe to thee that decree unrighteous decrees. Esau, you want to pay for that, man. And you're doing this amongst your own people. It's hardly any black people in Canada. And that go to show that this devil don't respect the Bible, because what? The mayor even said, even though he an Edomite, and I mean, whatever, but he said that what? I'm a Christian. My Christian beliefs. And it's not he trying to force everybody to be Christian, but he said I ain't rocking with that, man. And I don't know how Canada is with freedom of choice and all that, but it's supposed to be his right. Actually, you're not supposed to be doing that. Everyone get technical, so they be talking about in God we trust. And remember, Canada's right above America. Canada's a NATO country. Which sidebar, Canada is getting ready to send some troops over to the Russia for the Russia-Ukraine war. So this is verse 3 now. So it says, and what shall ye do, and what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory, man? Because that's what's coming to you, Esau. You better lose everything, man. What will you do in the day of your visitation, man? Visitation from who? YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the God of Jacob, the God of Israel, the one true living God, whose laws you defile, whose people you rape, rob, and murder. No, I said defile. Whose laws you despise. And when you go into the NLT of Isaiah chapter 10, verse 3, it says, what will ye do when I punish you? When I send disaster upon you from a distant land? To whom will ye turn for help? Where will your treasures be safe? Those missiles. That's going to be a part of the day of the visitation, man. Those nuclear missiles that's coming here to America and Canada, North America, the continent of North America. All of this is Babylon, man. But especially here in America, man. In America, just as bad. I'm actually surprised to hear this about in Canada. But in America, they do the same shit. Oh, Pride Month this, Pride Month that, this, that, and third. Oh, you can't say this again. Oh, that's discrimination. Oh, that's hate speech. Oh, that's this, that's that. But here it is, our people, we receive hate speech. Nobody fights for our cause. And if they are fighting for our cause, it's a bunch of fucking crooks. And it's a bunch of Edomites, Amalekites in the midst, behind it. Funding it. And who do you think is funding this? Fucking Amalek, man. It all goes back to Amalek, man. Them fucking small hats. Okay. You got Ecclesiastes, you know what I'm saying? Now, Ben, this is Ecclesiastes. This is the wisdom words of Solomon. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 5, and it reads, there is an evil work which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Now, who's ruling now? Now, you had our people that was ruling wickedly and stuff, but this is in the time of Solomon. Who's been ruling ever since? The wicked, Esau. He's been ruling, and it says, there is an evil which I've seen under the sun. And what evil is that? You out here finding people because they don't want to be and celebrate Pride Month, which is a bunch of Mo activity, man, which the Lord said is a sin worthy of death. Matter of fact, hold up. Let's get that real quick. Oops. So, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13. Now, I'm going to read the NLT. Now, if I read the King James first. So, it says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with the woman. Oh, it says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with the woman means what? Putting his rod in another man. It says, both of them have committed an abomination. That's what? The giver and the receiver, man. Both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them, man. That's their own fault. That's their own fault. And this is what Esau's pushing. So that goes to show that you don't really fear God. You don't really trust in God, not the God of the Bible anyway. Not the one true living God. You can't. Because if this is a sin that says both of them have committed an abomination that should surely be put to death, but yet you push it, which means what? You don't put people to death that do it. You actually promote it. You put it all on the TV screens, all on the internet. All these TV shows, they all got some kind of Mo activity going on. Right? And we go into the NLT, it says, if a man practices homosexuality, having sex with another man as with the woman, Both men have committed a detestable act. They must both be put to death, for they are guilty of a capital offense. That's in the scriptures, man. And that's the NLT, not the King James. Everybody know what homosexuality is. Homosexuality. A man sleeping with another man, a woman sleeping with another woman. But yet Esau pushes it. He promotes it. But the Lord said you committed a capital punishment, a detestable act. But yeah, you're fining people for not promoting it themselves. Fining $10,000 for a place that wasn't acknowledged Pride Month, which promotes homosexuality behavior. Transmissions. What else we got? Oh, shit, might as well. So there's a book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16. It says, these six things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Now what? It says what? A proud look. What do you call this month when you push that homosexuality behavior? Pride Month, which was just a few months ago in June. And now you got this town, emo in Ontario, Canada, finding people because they didn't want to what's the word to use? What's the word to use? Celebrate. They didn't want to celebrate Pride Month. And they didn't want to hang up the flag. They get fined $10,000. Tell me that's not an unrighteous decree. You get fined for not pushing an immoral act. And like I said before, even if it's not immoral, let's just say it's just something, period. Why are you finding someone for not, and why are you finding someone for not just not celebrating what you're celebrating? This is worse. You don't get fined for not celebrating no other holiday. You don't get fined for not celebrating Christmas, which is coming up. You don't get fined for not celebrating Thanksgiving. You don't get fined for not celebrating Easter, so on and so forth. But yet, this Pride Month shit, they get a whole month. This is the only holiday that gets a whole month. Or except for the fucking bullshit Black History. But look how Black people are treated in society. And I don't think they celebrate Black History over in Canada. Not to my knowledge. But yeah, you don't see people getting sued for not celebrating Black History Month over here. In America and Canada, they intertwine with each other. Oh, actually, I have to, hold up. Hold up. Did I read Ecclesiastes verse 7? Okay, so this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 6. Now, I read verse 5. It said, there is an evil work which I have seen under the sun as an error which proceeded from the ruler, which is Esau Edom now, present ruler. In verse 6, it says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. Now, who are the rich? The Israelites, man. And it says folly is set in great dignity, man. Who is allowing it? Who's ruling? You always have to look at who's ruling, who's making the laws, who's calling the shots. It ain't Israel. It ain't the real Israelites. It ain't the Moabites. It ain't the Ishmaelites for sure. It ain't the Elamites. It ain't the Hamites because they actually going against homosexuality. That's why they getting bullshit from fucking Esau. Even other Edomite countries don't push that shit like that, man. You don't see in Russia they pushing that Mo shit. And you go into NLT, Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6, it says, when they give great authority to foolish people. Now what the fuck are they called? Borderland fucking, what are they called? Where they at? Yeah, what's the name of the organization? Yeah, it says Borderland Pride. Now, hold on, Borderland Pride, right? So when you go into well, it's in Proverbs, right? Go back to Proverbs, right? Now it's called Borderland Pride, right? When you go to Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16, it says, "These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him." Verse 17, "A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood." And verse 18, it says, "And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and running to mischief." And that's damn sure what Esau do. Oh, they're not trying to celebrate Pride Month? Oh, let's find them. They trying to say, oh, let's say this a hate crime. Oh, let's say, oh, he's this, he's that, she's that. She's against pride. She's against the moles. Oh no, we gotta get her. Stop her money. Find her. Find him. Take their children away. Hold on. What did the dude say? He said, as a lawyer, this dude, Justin Judson, Borderland Pride director, he says, as a lawyer who does this work, that means I'm going to start taking people's houses and their vehicles and their toys and draining their bank accounts and garnishing their wages, because no one is going to stop behaving this way until there are real consequences, he told Dougal Media. And that's because people don't want to accept Pride Month? That's it. That's why they're getting fined, because they didn't want to celebrate Pride Month. And in a little ass town in fucking Canada. Emo's in Ontario. They didn't want to celebrate Pride Month, and they just get fined $10,000 just like that. Hey man, NFL players get fined $10,000 for cursing on the interviews, or for doing whatever bullshit. They get fined because they didn't want to celebrate Pride Month. Just think about it. They didn't want to celebrate Pride Month, and they get fined $10,000. And they got the mayor and I think the whatever the fuck said, they said got to go to a class, basically like some like. What they said, what they said they gotta go. They gotta go to where they gotta go. Yeah, it says the mayor of this town, McQuaker, and 2 town councilors will also be required to complete mandatory human rights training within 30 days. Human rights training. People that's going against morals of the creator of humans. The Lord said you're not supposed to do that. But here it is, you get fined for not, and that's what calling woe to those who call evil good and call good evil. They're saying that there's nothing wrong with that community. There's nothing wrong with those. It's nothing wrong with a man or a woman with a woman. There's nothing wrong. They pushing it. They're promoting it. And now they're penalizing for you not celebrating it. Tell me that's not an unrighteous decree. Tell me that's not what a fucking devil would do, man. Like, come on. What else do you need? Finally saying great dignity. A proud look. What did the Lord say he's going to do to the proud? Hold on. Speaking of pride, it says they want to talk about Pride Month, right? The Lord got your pride. The Lord said he hates a proud look, right? Excuse me. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna start there. So this is the book of So there's the book of Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11. And actually I'm gonna read the NLT as well. So in the King James it says, "The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day." Now he goes to the NLT of Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11. Now remember, they're getting fined for not celebrating Pride Month, right? Pride Month out of all things, right? And Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11, it says, "Human pride will be brought down, and human arrogance will be humble. Only the Lord will be exalted on that day of judgment." That's what's coming, man. You got these niggas talking about he want to empty out people's bank accounts, take their cars and their homes because they don't want to celebrate Pride Month. Like, come on. And the Lord, hopefully they don't get flagged for doing this video about this. You know that algorithms, you know how these devils do, man. It says, verse 12, it says, for the day of the Lord of the hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. So all them, the alphabet community, all y'all getting, the Lord had the elites and the Edomites is actually, these small hats is pushing y'all up. Talking about, oh, you can't speak against them. Oh, you gotta allow them to do this. You gotta allow, you can't do nothing against them. Saying nothing against them. That's putting them up, putting them lofty. It says upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. Now, when you go to the NLT, it says, for the Lord of heaven's armies has a day of reckoning. He will punish the proud and mighty and bring down everything that is exalted. Now, who is being exalted right now? Esau is exalting the freaking, the alphabet community, man. And remember, he said what? This started from a recording in 2020, in May 2020, which is what? A couple months after the CV-19 started. So it's in the midst of a lockdown. But the Lord said, all those that are lifted up shall be brought down. Those that are exalted shall be brought low. And who's bringing up this alphabet community? Esau, Edom. Who's ruling? Esau, Edom. Whose kingdom is this? Esau, Edom. For Esau is the end of the world, Jacob the beginning of it that followeth. The Lord said, all those that, hold on, I'm going to read that again. And Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11 in the NLT, it says, human pride will be brought down and human arrogance will be humbled. Only the Lord will be exalted on that day of judgment. Simple. So all that alphabet community, all that transmissions, all that's going to be brought low. And you know how they're going to be brought low? They're going to be melted to the ground by the thermonuclear missiles, man. That's what's coming. That's what's coming for the proud and the lofty, man. Those that are exalted. That's how they're going to be brought low. Through that great fire. The Lord's judgment is fire coming. And when you jump down to verse 14, it says, and upon all the high mountains and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower and upon every fenced one. And that goes into governments, man. The mountains and the hills, that's metaphoric, symbolically speaking about governments, man. Because how's the mountain going? You know why? A mountain and hills, because they're high. But the government said what? Those that are exalted, a mountain, an actual mountain like the Rock Mountains and all that, how can that be humble, man? It's nothing but rocks. It has no life force. Well, no life like that in that sense. Well, how is a mountain going to be prideful and the Lord got to bring it down? No, it's talking about those governments, man. Those that are pushed up high, those exalted high, man. That's it, and that's what's coming. The great humbling of the proud and the lofty, man, starting with Esau, Edom, 2/3 of our people, and the rest of these heathens, man. And then we're going to get the hell out of it, and we're going to see we're going to see the day of the judgment of the Lord, man. Everybody's going to see it. It's all a matter of what side of the coin you want to be on. Remember, like the dude said, there's two sides of a coin? What side of the coin do you want to be on in the day of the Lord's judgment, man? So, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKADASH. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, a.k.a. the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.